What's going on, everybody? Dark Hour 717 here, and bringing highlights from this past weekend's Xenothreat playthrough in Star Citizen PTU 3.12.1. And I am extremely impressed. This was an amazing game loop that actually worked extremely well for being in a test phase. And I will admit there is nothing like it on the live universe at this time, and I can't wait until this is there. So the mission actually all starts with you getting a call to action from Commander Dooley of the UEE looking for Civilian Defense Force or CDF pilots that have cargo freighters and can assist in obtaining the lost cargo of their supply ships that were attacked by a mysterious Xeno Threat force. As you're called to action, they have you report into Mike L1 to set a spawn point and then proceed to Station Jericho. Once there, you'll need to decide what action you're going to take, whether it's going to be the cargo pilots obtaining the supplies and trucking it back to Jericho, or as fighter support protecting those who are trying to pick up the supplies. On top of that, there's also other gameplay in which Jericho calls for assistance to save the Javelin from an attacking Xenothreat Idris. This Idris comes and goes and can be warded off by taking out its support ships in a massive firefight, and it is fun and non-stop. Now, the one key thing about this mission is that it is not one that you're doing solo. Now, you can go into this by yourself or you can go into this as an org, but overall the gameplay itself is a server-wide goal to achieve getting that cargo back to Jericho. When you take the mission from Commander Dooley and you check into Jericho, she gives a list of different supplies that she needs, and those supplies are actually not the friendliest thing to deal with. They are volatile, so there are limitations as to what you can do when you're picking and transporting these items back to Jericho. Some are sensitive to quantum travel, other ones are sensitive to shock and disruption. Once you actually get it back to Jericho, you have to offload it by going to the terminals that are on the landing pads and sell it to the UEE, and you will be paid for your effort to bring it back. Meanwhile, other players will be in there fighting off the Xenothreat that tries to attack the ships that are picking up the cargo, and also trying to stop you from succeeding. Now, one good thing about this is a mixture of all different types of gameplay. You have cargo picking up and freight, you have tractor beam use because it's the safest way to get the cargo on your ship. You also have FPS in the fact that once you get to the starfares that have the cargo, you have to go inside, clear them out, and get rid of the enemies that are inside, find the generator, find a way to open that bay door so that you can start offloading it. And then meanwhile, your friends or your teammates are out, explosions going off all around you as they fight off the attacking forces, even being drawn away at times when the Idris appears to try to take on the Javelin. Couple of different points here is when the Idris does show up, you do have to respond and you do have to protect the Javelin, or else if it gets too much damage, it will leave. If that Javelin leaves, you have lost the mission, because it is key that it stays there. These supplies are going there to get to the Javelin to be repaired and brought back up to speed. The other side of this is succeeding in getting those supplies back within the amount of time that is needed. She does give you encouragement along the way and kind of let you know when you hit the halfway mark, and you always have the HUD to show you where you are. The key thing with this is, as I said, you're not working as a solo person or an individual or an org. Everybody is working together, so when you're loading these up, it doesn't matter what ship it goes in. Just get that box, get in the ship, and let it get back to Jericho. Once it all gets sold there, it all counts towards the totals that everybody needs. This gameplay is unlike anything else that I've seen in my year and a half in Star Citizen, and brings everybody together. It's not perfect. It does have a couple of issues. We actually ran into a couple cases where actual players on the server were coming to Jericho to grief and try to stop people from succeeding in the mission. alongside the Xenothreat that was trying to stop you. We actually, as a group, banded together, took those people out. Sometimes we were successful, other times they did succeed in stopping us from completing the mission. From what I've seen, I believe this is probably just a first part of the entire gameplay loop, as from what I understand, on Sunday there was other groups that were able to proceed on to attacking the Idris. In that first mission, the Idris is not the goal. It is not the goal to destroy that. You need to just ward it off by taking out all of its support ships. One other thing you have to be careful of is, because you have number of enemy ships that are coming in swarms, either at the wreck sites or at the Javelin and Jericho station, everything gets mixed up. People that are on your side and trying to ward that off, they can accidentally shoot a friendly by mistake. You get one warning. After that, they can become a red target, and with everything going on, you can lose track of who's actually a NPC or a griefer and who's actually fighting alongside you. So in most cases, I saw everybody that was there just turn around and just get rid of anything that was red. So you have to be mindful of where you're firing, who you're shooting at, and where you're shooting. If you accidentally shoot the Idris, Jericho, or anything, again, you get one warning. After that, you'll get a crime stat. What I found the best thing for me to do was, once I got that crime stat, just book it out of there, go clear it, and then come back. It's not a short mission. It does take time to complete this. And as soon as you're completed with this part, it's not an immediate progression into the next portion that I saw. Again, I didn't get a chance to go into the second portion. From what people were saying, there is a second portion though. This is exciting. This is something that brings everybody on that one server together. If you're fighting as an org, it allows you to cooperate and coordinate your attacks and who's doing what, split into teams as far as cargo pickup and fighter support. If you're in that cargo pickup, you're not left out of the action. When you're trying to transport that back to Jericho, it's about a 600-kilometer trip. It's a little bit of a slow roll because you can't quantum with certain materials. You will be attacked by NPC pirates or Xenothreat. And if you don't have your friends nearby, you better have a ship that can handle itself, like the Miss, or even a fully outfitted Star Runner if you can upgrade that. But you're gonna have to end up fighting. I actually made it about 350, 400 kilometers before I got picked up by 4 pirates, and they definitely did try to take me out. Luckily, I was in my Miss, and it was a decent fight. It wasn't short, but definitely came out on the end of that one very well, and was able to get the cargo over to Jericho. This is absolutely exciting. I cannot wait for this to get put into live and see all the rest of the parts of it. This has definitely been well worth the wait. I hope you've enjoyed the screenshots. Don't forget, give a like and a subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. We stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. But this is definitely unlike anything Star Citizen has done. So I hope you've enjoyed this. And let me know what you think. And if you were in the Xenothreat, tell me what your impression of it was. Let me know what your experience in playing this game loop was and whether you enjoyed it. But thank you for checking this out. Hope everybody is safe and having a good day. And don't forget, hit that like and subscribe.